Today we are going to demonstrate how to trap a cat as part of our TNVR, Trap Neuter Vaccinate Return program using a TruCatch 30 LTD trap. This is a TruCatch 30 LTD trap. This is our preferred model of trap for catching cats. The 30 refers to its length, which is 30 inches long. The LTD refers to light duty. TruCatch also makes a 30-inch trap out of heavier gauge materials for catching raccoons, which are very strong and can damage one of their light-duty traps. There are many brands of humane traps on the market. We prefer the TruCatch because it is the only brand that uses a gravity drop release rather than a spring release. The gravity drop is much quieter than the spring release traps. It is also less likely to catch a tail or a young kitten following its mother in the door when the trap closes. The trigger pedal on the TruCatch trap is also large. This makes it much less likely that the cat will simply walk over the trigger plate to eat the bait, failing to trigger the trap. TruCatch traps are not available in stores. They can be purchased through several online retailers or direct from the manufacturer. Generally, buying direct from TruCatch is the cheapest. TruCatch also runs periodic sales as well, which can save you a good deal of money if you're buying multiple traps. One word of caution. Since the TNVR movement has swept the country, TruCatch has been struggling to keep up with demand for their product and has been several months behind in delivering orders to customers. If you live near Laurel, Maryland, you're welcome to borrow a TruCatch trap from us. The TruCatch trap has both a front door and a back door. The back door has a clip on it to keep people from accidentally opening the door and letting the cat out. The back door slides up and down guillotine style. The first thing we are going to do is take the clip off of the back of the trap, open the door, and line the trap with newspaper. The newspaper makes the trap more comfortable for the cat and also makes it easier for you to clean the trap. Fold the newspaper into appropriate shape and size. If it is windy, you may need to tape the pages together. Once the trap is lined, place a tablespoon of tuna or wet cat food in the very back of the trap. It is important to have the food back as far in the trap as possible so the cat will stand on the trip pedal when eating. Do not put a lot of food in the trap. Remember, the cat is going in for surgery shortly and needs to have a mostly empty stomach. Once the back of the trap is baited, dribble a little bit of tuna juice or gravy from the food down the newspaper to leave a scent trail leading to the front door. Then close and lock the back door with the clip. The front of the trap can be easily identified by the two rings at the bottom. Grab one ring with each hand and slide them both up to the top. While holding the rings at the top, swing open the door as far as it will open. This is the trigger rod. It rotates in place and is attached to the trigger plate by this chain. While holding the door open all the way, rotate the trigger rod so the end piece is parallel to the ground. While holding it in that position, slowly lower the door against it. Friction will now hold the door open until the trap is triggered. Place the trap in the location where the cat is normally fed. Be sure that you have withheld food for 24 to 48 hours before trapping, and ask any neighbors who are also feeding the cat to do the same. The cat needs to be hungry to go into the trap. Cover the back of the trap. Be sure the cover is not close enough to the front that it could get caught in the door and keep the rings from falling on the way down. It is critical that you tend this trap while trapping so that a trapped animal is not left out in the elements. Cats are crepuscular, which means they are most active at dawn and dusk. 1 hour before to 1 hour after sunrise and sunset are the best windows for catching cats unless you have them on a feeding schedule. Traps should not be left open at night unattended while you are asleep. In addition to the fact that predators could try to harm a trapped cat, you are likely to catch raccoons and possums, which are nocturnal. Raccoons can damage or destroy a cat trap. If you do catch a raccoon or possum, please release it where you caught it. They may have young to care for. Once you trap the cat, be sure to transport it on a level surface. TruCatch traps work using gravity. If you put them in the back seat of a car or other unlevel surface, the front door could open. You can use a zip tie, twist tie, or pipe cleaner to minimize this possibility. One word of caution. Do not try to push a cat into the trap. This is likely to result in you getting bitten. 75% of all cat bites get infected, and you will end up in a hospital the next day on IV antibiotics if you do not go to the doctor immediately to get oral antibiotics. When you go to the doctor or hospital, you will be required to tell them you have been bitten by a cat. They will be required to report the bite to animal control. Animal control will then either wish to confiscate and possibly euthanize the cat, or require you to quarantine the cat at home for a lengthy stay. You can avoid all of this by letting the cat walk into the trap on his own accord. Troubleshooting. If the cat is refusing to go into the trap, try switching baits. Sardines, rotisserie chicken, and KFC original recipe chicken are particularly appetizing to many cats. A bait trail of temptations may also do the trick. Also, check to be sure you don't have neighbors also feeding the cat. In an urban community, it is very common for 3 or 4 humans to be feeding a particular cat. Also, if the cat has been trapped before, it may not be willing to go into a trap a second time. We hope that this video has been educational and will assist you in performing Trap Neuter Vaccinate Return in your community. By working together to sterilize and vaccinate 100% of the outdoor cat population, we can create a better future for cats. This video is produced by Laurel Cats Incorporated for educational purposes only. No copyright infringement of any sort was intended by its production. Laurel Cats is an all-volunteer, non-profit 501c3 program serving residents of Laurel, Maryland. We can be found on the web at www.laurelcats.org.